That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Man, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
They come up in an offset eye. They're going to look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Still nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on second down. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. A third down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Let's go! Blue Lightning! Blue Lightning!
They go play action here on first down. He's got time. Look at the time. He's got his man on the crossing route. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that'll be good for a Tennessee first.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
On play action, they'll throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
On now is the Titans punter, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a play fake here on first down. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's brought down after a good gain. A gain of 32 that time.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble. And so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The reception good for 7. It's third down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Back to throw now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That's complete right around the 8. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Play was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
An expecting pass. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And they'll go on the ground. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. A couple of Chiefs there to bring him down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
All right, here we go. 19.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure, and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer. Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. Look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Their big tight end from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Point after here coming up. And that one makes this a 19-point game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs defense getting ready to roll. Forced the fumble last time, up on the scoreboard, things going their way.
Things are rocking easy now, and they feel good about themselves, confident, taking the ball away in the last possession. They're going to try and do it again.
So let me ask you, can you be playing free and that can be good, or it can also become bad, right?
I like the way you put it. You're exactly right. It can work both ways. Sometimes you get too loose and give up big plays and not handle your responsibilities. But oftentimes when you're playing free and easy and locked in, as they are today, you see the end result.
Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Simple slant route and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 4 yards remaining now on 2nd down.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take him the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route. I know they don't like to hear it when they get to a certain age, But then you have to start to use your skills, your wiles, right? Your mind to beat guys to the football. And getting your toes tapped in bounds definitely qualifies as that, doesn't it?
The veteran showing he still has the agility. 14 yards that time for number 14. They'll look to throw again. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's caught at the 1. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal.
All right, here we go. Blue landing.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick here is good. And that'll get the deficit back to 16. All right, so it's getting late in this one. Now, you could argue that they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but they still face a pretty uphill battle.
Yeah, even with the field goal here, it's going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns now to get back in it. And that's
out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken near the 13. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Green 39.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
He's one. Here's the Chiefs punter now. He's been terrific so far. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. We put our attention now on the Chiefs defense. And last time out, they gave up the chip shot field goal, but obviously could have been worse than that. I think they felt pretty good about only giving up 3.
No doubt about it. Anytime an offense gets into the red zone, the thinking naturally for the defense is, okay, 3 points. We're going to give up 3 here, but let's make it no more than that. They met their goal.
On the other side, though, the offense, they weren't very happy.
No, because there's an opportunity. Once you get to the red zone, you're not thinking about kicking a field goal. You're thinking about how do you get it into the end zone, and when you don't, you walk off the field feeling a little bit of failure on that drive.
Yeah, who will have the better feeling at the end of this drive?
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
I'm sure as a coach, when you throw the flag, you hold your breath, then you get the verification you were right, a sigh of relief.
Not only a sigh of relief, a little vindication as well, because every time you pull that red flag and throw it, you could be costing your team a timeout.
So here we go now, an extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's going to be marked down deep into Kansas City territory. A big play that time for the Titans. 49 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
First down and goal, the offense knocking on the door. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
And here now it's 2nd and goal, ball on the 7-yard line. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain.
Holding offense.
And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
They'll set up a throw. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Their dangerous wide receiver. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion. And now we're back to a 1-score game. And that almost makes it a brand-new ball game. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 2nd down following the run. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That goes for a gain of 31. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They go play action here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
So 3rd and 20, defense in the nickel.
Surprised they didn't go with 6 DBs, the dime look.
Backing up. And he's going to be taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Fresh set of downs here.
Here we go. 3-19.
Back to throw here. Looking middle, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll look to throw. And he floats one there, incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They come out here in the eye. And they'll run it here. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. And quickly they get to the line. Back to throw. Finding time. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Titans are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game.
And there's the touchdown, partner. We just saw it. What do you do now? Oh, yeah, of course you know what you do. You're going for 2, right?
I think anytime you're inside of 2 minutes in this situation, you try for 2.
And remember, let's go back to training camp. Every team we talked to said they spend more time now on 2-point conversion periods than they ever have before.
One more hurdle here. They need the 2-point conversion to, for the moment, stay alive in these playoffs. They'll look to throw. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board. But job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover, and wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to take another shot here. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Throw now on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
And not much of a... And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's... Now another timeout here called by the Titans. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And on the ground they go with the running back. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a fourth down. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And that is no good. No good. Wide to the left. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, set this one off target.
Out come the Titans now. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do they do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple...
Now let's go. 3-19.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Surveying the field. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. And nobody was open downfield there. Looked like a pretty clear throwaway.
Yeah, definitely was that. I'm wondering why there wasn't intentional grounding. I know they're saying there's a receiver there in the area. Those darn quarterbacks, they get away with everything.
Spoken like a true defensive back, Mr. Davis.
Did that come out?
It did.
Okay.
And they're going to speed things up here. They'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. So we saw a lot of points. Overtime comes. The defenses, they clamp down.
Rather amazing, isn't it? Because would you have even thought that we'd get to overtime after what we witnessed for 4 quarters?
Not at all.
And have 0 points on either side? Not a chance, right? And somehow it happened. We always talk about making adjustments. Maybe both defenses took 4 full quarters in order to get an adjustment. Got 1 good period in for both defenses, and now they go home. You buying tonight?
I thought it was you. I did last week. I did the last 2 weeks.
Oh, I was trying to go for 3.
Dinner. Nothing between these two teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Now a first throw here in overtime. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Well, Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching a living museum because we're seeing the evolution of positions almost with each passing game. How about defensive ends nowadays and the way that they can run almost all the way across the field?
It is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, they're so strong, but they're so lean they can move so quick with those bodies.
It's almost unfair. You're supposed to be able to know where a defensive end is supposed to be on every play. These guys flash so quickly, you're not sure where they're going to end up.
Yeah, they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. No flags. And in an overtime thriller, they are moving on in the playoff.
No rest. They get to keep playing.
Well, you never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game. Sometimes you get good ones. Sometimes you get bad ones. Sometimes you get great ones. And that's what we had here. What an exciting finish on that last big play.
And I think that as we look at it, when you're talking about a great finish, which went along with a game that obviously was dramatic because we did get into overtime, what type of play calls do you have left? What have you not shown? Or what have you made an adjustment to what you've worked out all the way through that's going to give you the play we saw to win the game? Because I know everyone's thinking that was something that they just drew up. It might have been something they've been working on, and now they got the right matchup.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL.